In 10th place on our top list is A Wife and Mother. Developed in Renpai by Lust and Passion, this game is a visual novel based on choices. The story is about a happily married, middle-aged mother of a son and daughter. When her husband gets a new job offer in a much bigger and hotter city by the sea, she's forced to make the decision to move to that city and start a new adventure in her life. In this new city, she'll gradually face many delicate situations, both family and extra family, full of temptations and taboos, accompanied by the mother of all questions: what is really right and what is really wrong? An odyssey of emotions. So, will she remain a good and faithful wife? Or will she fall into all the temptations and soon become a weak woman? Some decisions may have to be made without wanting to, and in the end, she has to ask herself, how far can she go? If you haven't tried the game yet, you need to do it now. The game is not very long, but long enough to get the job done, if you know what I mean. Number 9 is occupied by Milfy City. 2 years ago, we ranked this game number 1 and last year number 4, but over time, the game has lost some of the frequent updates the developers at ICSTOR offered. I can't deny I still love the game, and it will remain a legend in the adult gaming industry. If you want a dynamic story with a very immersive journey, Milfy City is the perfect game. The sex scenes are delicious, full of energy and sensuality. The women in the game are the ones you've always dreamed of, beautiful and sexy, but also extremely mysterious. The story is about a student who finds himself in the school therapist's office after a humiliating moment with another teacher at school. As he plots his revenge, he will befriend a lot of great MILFs and hot, mature chicks. You have access to a lot of fantasy with very realistic scenes and renderings. I can promise you that you won't get bored of this game anytime soon, and it's sure to rank on your list of favorites when it comes to porn games. Number 8. City of Broken Dreamers. This game is a visual novel developed by Philly Games. This game takes place in Los Angeles 2042. A city run by corporations and elites, a city that exemplifies all that is best and worst in the American dream. Millions of people live their lives in almost blissful ignorance of the excess of the rich or the degradation of the poor. Executives hold more power than politicians. Police hold less power than corporate mercenaries. You are one of those mercenaries, one of the best, an elite level called Phantom, but you haven't taken a job in months, and that's about to change. Elsewhere in the city, a young girl is about to become the center of a conflict that could tear the city apart. As you follow her, you will have allies and enemies, others like you who have been used by the city and mocked. Who will you trust? Who can you afford to? It seems like a different, maybe even strange action compared to the rest of the games, but you'll be surprised by the interesting story that will captivate you. So I'll let you discover it for yourself. Number 7 on our list is the Harem Hotel, developed by Rooney. Harem Hotel continues to be consistent when it comes to rankings and updates. It keeps its position from last year with lots of new and exciting updates. You've inherited your grandfather's hotel on a foreign continent where everything looks fine on the surface, but rarely is. Develop your relationships, your skills, and your hotel with 18 beautiful and well-rounded characters. Harem Hotel includes hundreds of fully animated and uncensored hot scenes, a host of stats, traits, outfits, and upgrades to unlock, dozens of hours of content, over 850 unique events, over 24,300 images, and much more to come. The girls are all charming and mostly willing to earn their place with you. If you have more elaborate tastes, the creative minds who poured their hearts into this have seen fit to adapt. If you're feeling brave, walk in the door and meet Ellen. Give the game a chance and you could be the next mega tycoon, especially since one of your girls is Miss Moneypenny, or at least second in line. You'll see what I mean, as long as you don't mind a group presentation. Number 6. WVM. This game is a visual novel with a captivating story and stunning renderings developed by Braindrop. Compared to last year's rankings, we gave it a higher place for the sympathy and positive reputation this game has earned in the industry, which shows the quality of this project. After a rough start, you're finally ready to go to college. As the best high school recruit in basketball, you could have gone to any school in the country. Although, thanks to your relationship with your new mom, you've decided to go to WVM. It was a move that shocked many because WVM is not known for its basketball team. In fact, they didn't even manage to win a game last year. All eyes are on you to perform and turn the team around. Your humble background will be put to the test, and many temptations will be put in front of you. Are you ready to find out how you'll handle being the star on campus? Number 5 on our top list is Treasure of Nadia, created by NLT Media with over 30 years of experience in the games industry. The same well-deserved 5th place is maintained by Treasure of Nadia, with plenty of quality cinematic elements and a fascinating puzzle-like story. This game really is a treasure and remains to this day the king of porn cinematics in the industry. The game combines 2 main goals: to fill the void of a recently deceased missing father and to become a famous treasure hunter. Along the way, you'll meet a variety of sexy women, 12 to be exact. What makes this game very interesting are the porn scenes, which are very high quality. The game uses animated renderings to illustrate the main scenes, which gives you a more realistic experience. One drawback of the game is still the point-and-click system, which takes me back 30 years to when the developers started coding. However, the story and sex scenes balance this flaw very well, giving this game a well-deserved 5th place in our top. We're very curious to hear how your treasure hunting adventure went, so leave us a comment below. Number 4 is taken by Summertime Saga, developed by Compass Productions. Summertime Saga has been and will remain the standard bearer of the adult industry as one of the most popular porn games in the world. Even though it's a 2D game, the game's story is absolutely fascinating and addictive, which still ranks it pretty high in this ranking in 2022. In a small suburban town, a young man just entering college is struck by the death of his father. The mysterious circumstances surrounding the death are just the beginning of his adventures, as he learns his father was in debt to a group of shady criminals. Adding to the list of problems is the fact that our young hero must save enough money for his college semester and find a date for prom night. This game still remains one of the best and most important games I've experienced so far, with lots of MILFs and hot girls waiting for you to meet them. Give it a try. Come on. We dare you twice. One way or another, if you make it, it's going to be a hot, hot summer. Number 3. Wildlife, developed by Adeptus Steve. Wildlife is not a new game. This project first appeared on the market in 2017, but it's still the first time in one of our top spots. This shouldn't necessarily be a surprise to connoisseurs, being an extremely beloved game in the adult industry. In previous tops, we didn't discuss this game because it wasn't in a very advanced stage of development, but at this point I can say that this game is really impressive. This game is developed in the Unreal Engine, one of the most popular game engines, and it has a serious and professional team. The story takes place in an enticing land called Kerpal, with deep, mesmerizing jungles, waterfalls, steep canyons, and sandy beaches. But don't let the beautiful scenery fool you. Kerpal is a dangerous place. Eons ago, a colonizing ship crashed on its surface. The passengers, living in isolation, developed a Neolithic culture and adapted well to the dangers of their new home. Unexpectedly, part of the population transformed, turning into new beings that seemed part human, part animal. This drove some of them to savage rage, while others retained their human traits and managed to coexist with the human tribes. Centuries later, a group of adventurers and scientists come to Kerpal in search of discoveries. But not all of these explorers come out of curiosity. Some have darker motives. Worlds will collide, intensifying danger and conflict. It's up to you to explore this thrilling adventure. Number 2 in our ranking is Taste of Seduction, developed by Global Games Network. Well, this time Taste of Seduction is truly a new game. Launching on December 24th of 2021, this project promises many revolutionary changes in the industry. This 3D porn game was developed in Unity and is a AAA game worthy of the year 2022. The graphics are sensational, and the freedom of movement offers a unique experience. Also, this game comes with something new in this segment: voiceover and actors performing the dialogue, which gave me a more realistic and unique experience compared to other games. Another aspect that impressed me is the fact that the characters, environment, plus many other elements are customized and created from scratch. At the moment, the game has only one location, but developers have announced that this year they will add 4 more new houses, a park, and a police station, which will make the game even more interesting. Remember, this game is not a visual novel. It is a new concept in the porn industry, a concept that exists in known premium games developed by very big companies. I may have surprised you at first with this choice to put Taste of Seduction in second place, but now I think you know why I made this choice. Taste of Seduction is a 3D, high-quality, first-person, story and dialogue-driven RPG adult game that blends together themes such as college life and that of a spy adventure. You play as Devlin, a young adult who has the ultimate goal to solve the mystery of his father's puzzling disappearance. Before doing that, you first have to manage to balance your hectic college life, annoying family dramas, and the difficult challenges of growing your business. How do you do that? Making unlikely friends, amassing impressive capital, and betting a dazzling number of stunning ladies. If I haven't convinced you yet, I suggest you give this game a try and leave your opinion in the comments section. Finally, let's make some noise for the number 1 in 2022, Being a Dick. This game remains for many people, as well as for me, one of the best games of all time developed in the porn industry. Being a Dick is a high-quality visual novel with an amazing story. In this game, you will meet lots of MILFs and hot young women ready to delight you. The creator, Dr. Pink Cake, is ready to give you the tastiest and pinkest cakes you've ever eaten in your life. The story features a young man from a low-income family who moves away from his widowed father and his summer love to attend college at Burgmeister and Royce. As he's thrown into the life of a freshman and convinced to join the up-and-coming Delta Iota Kappa fraternity, he will be exposed to a new world filled with conflict, alcohol, drugs, and sex. The graphics and animations are fascinating. Don't believe me? Then try some of the sex scenes in this game and you'll be surprised when you see what it feels like to play with breasts or other more interesting things. Are you ready to try the best game on our list?